everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports.
The coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out, the MVP of Super Bowl 52, Nick Foles.
And coming up of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They run, Devontae Freeman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Foles. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go!
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jameis to throw it. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. To throw, Winston. He's got Evans. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides that makes them that much more dangerous.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now White. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. James White, his 5th touchdown now on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Foles. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And shutting him off, now open field, past the 20, touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Winston. They got a man. It's Woods. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. On 2nd and 9, Winston. He completes it to Evans. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down at the 28. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Robert Woods, his second touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. 7
yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's taken down inside the 30. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Here's Foles. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. And this is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Foles now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From the 16, Foles. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. He completes it to Treadwell. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that's caught inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action now, Winston. And he's going to go down. They get get to it back at the 40. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. And Woods has it complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll run it now out of the gun. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Even. Hey, switch gear. Flip. Check three. Check 26. Check
3rd and long for Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. Now the ball comes loose, and they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 9, Foles. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. So we reach halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's the fullback, Zach Line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Check. Back. Let's go.
From the 39, Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
You got that right there. Joker.
Winston now from the 50. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down. 2nd down, here's an option right. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 8. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Ready?
On 1st down, Billingsley. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Wait.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Lewis here on first down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Again, it's Lewis. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way, because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now Foles. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Foles now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it and they take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Preston Brown, there to knock that one away. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 34 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Winston readies the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over 80 ticks to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. He's going to let it fly. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Winston now to throw on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. To throw is Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Atlanta, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.